On the news, Nigerians divided over President Tinubu's performance as he marks 1 year in office. President Tinubu has sent bill returning old national anthem into law. And federal government plans fresh cash transfer scheme for 75 million Nigerians. Thank you for joining us on News Now. I'm Simisola Achikun. 1 year into the administration of President Bola Tinubu, Nigerians say his promise of renewed hope remains largely unfulfilled, while the government insists that everything is on course and that it is delivering on its promise. A significant number of citizens have expressed their disagreement. In this report, TV360's Tamilore Akinkwole conducts an assessment of President Tinubu's administration in the last 1 year.
At his inauguration ceremony on May 29, 2023, President Bola Tinubu presented an 8-point agenda and announced the removal of fuel subsidy, marking his first major decision as the President of Nigeria. The decision has had far-reaching consequences, leading to a spike in inflation, high cost of living, among other issues. A year later, public opinion on President Tinubu's administration remains deeply divided. While some Nigerians have expressed support for his leadership, others remain critical of his approach and the pace at which he has implemented his policies.
People are not really feeling his governance. A lot of people are complaining. There are so many expressions everywhere. They should try and look into that. I don't think people are pretending. For me, even my business used to blossom, but now, because people don't have much money, things are down, they don't consider. So we that are into business as well, we are affected.
I think they should be more creative. Think of how to generate ideas, bring investors in, how to move the economy to the next level. You know, I don't know. I'm not really impressed with this government, frankly.
So everyone knows that the country is ravaged with so many issues. So, and to be unrealistic to say, okay, you probably expect to have sorted out a lot of issues within that 1 year. So, but I just hope that the next couple of months or another year, I think that would be fair enough to rate him that he will actually do more based on his promises he made in during his campaign.
Some argue that President Tinubu's administration has not lived up to the expectations of the renewed hope agenda. They cite unfulfilled promises, such as the constant postponement of the reopening of refineries, as evidence of this shortfall.
Every time governors collect allocation, the price of forest goes up. Yeah, you can say the CBN had done what they need to do to ensure that they do introduce international best practice so that whoever is buying forest will have record of that. But there are still enough going on at the black market. So if you are not able to look through this corruption that you talk about, do a thorough study of it, you're going to have consistently these issues that we're having, and Nigerians will be complaining and say, you know, irrespective of how you want to move, will say you are not doing enough.
Mr. President should earn our trust in ensuring that the cost of governance by living up to the prescription that he made, that he was going to review the double tax thing.
In the area of security, the appointment of new service chiefs was a notable move by President Tinubu. But security experts have voiced cautious optimism, saying while there has been some improvement in the security situation in the country, challenges still remain.
It is not the appointments that matter. It's what the appointee is going to do and what he's been doing. Number one, for that particular agitation by many people that the National Security Advisor should be military, I don't agree at all. Because, you see, we have militarized Nigeria. We have militarized Nigeria in such a way that everything is now military. You know, I would suggest, in fact, from now, with the president taking stock of his administration for the 1 year, you know, the National Security Advisor, yes, he has police background, which is okay, because that is internal security. And of course, he can deal with that. But remove all the military guys from internal security issues.
President Tinubu's first year in office has witnessed significant challenges in the economic sector, particularly food inflation. Economists have largely attributed the rising cost of food to the high expenses associated with transportation. As transportation costs surge, so do the price of food items, making it a major driver of inflation in the country. This has had a direct impact on the cost of living hitting the pockets of ordinary Nigerians hard.
Immediate supply of food has got to come through imports. There is no other way you can increase the food production without importing. When I mean importing, we're already importing, but you've got to go to the customs and say, we're going to allow zero duty, zero VAT on everything food importing to Nigeria for the next 3 months. So that food comes in, but the price of that food is low. That fights inflation immediately, because inflation is about 51%, about 10% is contributing to inflation. 51% of our CPI is food. So once you can get cheap food, you are fighting inflation.
With 3 years remaining in his term, the president still has plenty of time to deliver on his renewed hope agenda. The nation is hoping that happens soon. Tamilore Akinkolye, TV360, Lagos.
The federal government says it has reinstated the suspended social investment program, disclosing the scheme would provide direct payments to 75 million Nigerians in 50 million households to reduce the sufferings of citizens, especially vulnerable groups. Minister of Finance and the Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, announced this at the ministerial sectoral briefing to mark the first year in office of the President Bola Tinubu administration in Abuja. On January 12, Tinubu suspended all the programs under the National Social Investment Program Agency as part of investigations of alleged misconduct in the management of the agency and the scheme. Giving an update on the steps taken by the committee to tackle fraud, the finance minister says that the government has decided to restart the program to provide succor for poor Nigerians.
That program has been restarted. It involves helping at least 75 million Nigerians, 15 million households, with payment of 75 million naira in the immediate term. And in order to make sure that the public trust is there in this process, we have a system that has been developed between the Minister for Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, the Minister for Health, Minister for Youth, and so forth. We have come up with a globally best standard in providing direct payments. On the one hand, each person must have, and we are helping them to get, even to the lowest ward level, village level, to have a NIN that individually identifies them. Secondly, their payment must be through digital means, whether it's a BVN, which means a bank account, or a mobile wallet. And we have brought all the skills and technology that's to bear in Nigeria to help. So the mobile network operators have all been recruited to ensure that we have a faster rollout of this program. And that is one of the key ways in which initially the poor and the most vulnerable will be helped.
Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has signed the National Anthem Bill 2024 into law. The bill seeks to reinstate the old anthem, Nigeria We Hail Thee. The announcement was made during a joint session of the National Assembly on Wednesday, marking a significant moment in the nation's history. Our correspondent Folashade Olusegun reports from Abuja.
Despite opposition from various quarters, President Tinubu assented to the bill, a decision disclosed by Senate President Godswill Akpabio during the session on Wednesday. The newly adopted national anthem was officially recited for the first time during the session. Commending the president for his decision, Akpabio revealed he is expected to address the nation on June 12, Democracy Day.
Of all the significant things we have done, I think one of the most profound is to take us back to our genealogy, the genealogy of our birth, that though we may belong to different tribes, though we may have different tongues, in brotherhood we all stand. Henceforth, we will not refer to ourselves as just mere compatriots. We will refer to ourselves as brothers.
Reflecting on the administration's first year in office, House Speaker Abbas Tajuddin assured President Tinubu of the National Assembly's continued support for his government.
We in the National Assembly are very, very happy with your report card, with your performance so far. The National Assembly is very, very thankful for the partnership that has existed within the last 12 years between you and us here. It has been a partnership that has been mutually beneficial to all of us. It is a win-win, and that is how democracy is supposed to be played.
In his brief address, President Tinubu emphasized the importance of unity and self-reliance, urging Nigerians to unite to build a nation. He also mentioned that the 2024 supplementary budget will soon be presented to the National Assembly.
Nigeria will hear thee. See, this is our diversity. Representing all characters. And how we blend together to be brothers and sisters. It is our nation. No one, no age, no other institution or personality will help us except we do it ourselves.
Other lawmakers described the readoption of the old national anthem as a shift in the national symbolism aimed at promoting unity and strengthening democracy.
What I say to Nigeria is that we celebrate coming this far and hope that we keep our eyes on the ball, knowing that we are not yet where we ought to be, but that we should celebrate what we have, the unity in diversity, and the fact that we need to remain together.
Nobody can say in Nigeria today that we don't speak different tongues. We are different tribes already, and you can never remove it, because this is what we inherited from ancestry. You cannot say that Nigerians don't have more than 250 ethnic nationalities. And those people, when they were doing that national anthem, they knew that Nigeria had so many languages and tribes, and they encouraged us with that stanza.
Other lawmakers described the readoption of the old national anthem as a shift in national symbolism aimed at promoting unity and strengthening democracy. For Lashade Olusegun, reporting for TV360, Abuja.
President Bola Tinubu has commissioned the dual-carriage Abuja Southern Parkway 13 years after the project was awarded. Commissioning the road, President Tinubu says its completion underscores his administration's commitment to inclusive and sustainable development. The president also affirmed that his government will sustain infrastructure as enablers of economic development and prosperity. TV360's Oge Ukekwe tells us more.
The 5.4-kilometer Southern Parkway has two main carriageways of 4 lanes each and 2 service carriageways of 2 lanes each, making a total of 12 lanes each. The commissioning of the project, which was awarded in 2010, is part of activities to mark President Bola Tinubu's first year in office. Speaking at the inauguration of the project, President Bola Tinubu described infrastructure development as an enabler of economic growth and prosperity, stating that his administration would sustain investment in crucial sectors to improve the welfare of citizens.
By providing a seamless and efficient transportation corridor, this roadway will not only ease traffic congestion, but also enhance mobility and creativity for the residents and visitors to FCT. The completion of the Southern Parkway underscores our commitment to inclusive and sustainable development. As we strive to build a world-class capital city, we recognize the fact that infrastructure is an enabler of job, economic development, and prosperity.
According to the FCT minister, the carriageways has been named after President Bola Tinubu in line with the Renewed Hope agenda. The minister explained that the road will provide free access and connectivity and improve socio-economic benefits for residents and other Nigerians.
Mr. President may wish to be informed that the Southern Pathway is one of the principal arteries conceived and planned as a freeway to provide access and connectivity to the southern development flank of the city, as provided in the Abuja Master Plan. The other principal artery is the Northern Parkway, which has been substantially developed over the years to service the northern districts.
Giving an overview of the project, the Executive Secretary of the Federal Capital Development Authority, Ahmed Hadi, says the parkway system will enhance traffic circulation around the city center and reduce delays in travel time based on Transportation Master Plan of the Federal Capital City.
This Southern Parkway, let us not only celebrate its physical completion but also the opportunities it brings for economic growth, social cohesion, and improved quality of life for our citizens.
The federal government says the Southern Parkway not only represents a physical artery that connects vital areas within FCT, but also symbolizes collective aspiration for connectivity, ease of livelihood, accessibility, and progress in the country. Ogechukwu Kekwe, TV360, Lagos.
The Nigeria Computer Society, NCS, has organized a press conference where matters relating to the growth and development of information technology in the nation were addressed. The meeting was held at the NCS National Secretariat in Lagos on Tuesday. Speaking at the conference, the president of NCS, Muhammad Sirajo Aliyu, says despite significant strides in Nigeria's journey towards technological advancement and digital transformation, with these advancements come a set of challenges that require careful consideration and proactive measures. TV360's Chidi Igwe completes the report.
The Nigeria Computer Society, NCS, has been the voice of information technology professionals for the past 4 decades, with strategic innovative running of information technology in the nation. While addressing IT development and enhancing corporate relevance, the National Executive Council of the NCS condemns its non-inclusion by the federal government in implementing policies in Nigeria.
I want to call upon the government to always count us as their partners in progress and have the reason to reach to us to make our own contributions, especially when they are making policies that affect the nation as far as IT is concerned.
On the withdrawal of the cybersecurity levy, the Council calls for collaboration with relevant stakeholders in the country.
We also want to use this opportunity, like the President has said, that governments must listen to stakeholders on issues like this, so that government will not find itself in a situation where a policy will be initiated, they will even start the implementation, and they will have to also revert back, because they have not listened to stakeholders, they have not had wide consultation on that policy.
The recent surge in cyber attacks targeting financial institutes underscore the urgency of collaboration between the Nigerian Computer Society and the financial sector. We call upon financial institutes to partner with us in implementing robust cybersecurity measures to safeguard against cyber threats and protect the interests of all stakeholders.
Speaking further, the President says the NCS will be organizing events and initiatives to promote information technology professions to desirable heights in Nigeria.
Under the auspices of the Nigerian Computer Society, the Diaspora Chapter Initiative has emerged, aimed at fostering closer tie between Nigerian IT professionals and enthusiasts residing abroad. These initiatives serve as a platform for collaboration, knowledge exchange, and collective action in fostering Nigeria's IT landscape. The Artificial Intelligence Interest Group of Nigerian Computer Society is currently awaiting inauguration. Already it has even been inaugurated. This group aims to create a vibrant community of professionals and enthusiasts dedicated to exploring and advancing AI technologies by fostering collaboration and knowledge sharing among members.
The NCS seeks more collaboration with lawmakers in areas of information technology, which it believes will increase its relevance in overall governance. Chidi Igwe, TV360 News, Lagos.
We'll take a break here, but coming up, CBN Governor says OPay, MoneyPoint, other fintechs to register new customers from July. Stay with us. News Now will return shortly. Welcome back. Let's take you through our major stories. 1 year into the administration of President Bola Tinubu, Nigerians say his promise of renewed hope remains largely unfulfilled, while the government insists that everything is on course and that it is delivering on its promises. A significant number of citizens have expressed their disagreement. Experts say while there have been strides in certain areas, significant work remains to fully realize the administration's goals of improving the lives of all Nigerians. We also told you that President Bola Tinubu has signed the National Anthem Bill 2024 into law. The bill seeks to reinstate the old anthem, Nigeria We Hail Thee. The Senate and the House of Representatives had previously passed the legislation to swap the national anthem. The announcement was made during a joint session of the National Assembly on Wednesday, marking a significant moment in the nation's history. In case you missed any of our news bulletins or for more updates, you can catch us on Limex World TV and AVO TV or log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at TV360 Nigeria, or download our mobile app on Google Play Store, Huawei App Gallery, and Apple Store. On Facebook, we're at TV360 Online. Let's now join Opeyemi Owosheni for the latest happenings in the world of business. Over to you, Opeyemi.
Thank you, Simisola. Hello and welcome to Business News. Nigeria's Apex Bank has announced that all mobile money operators will resume enrolling new customers in July, a couple of months from now. Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Olayemi Cardoso, disclosed this at the end of the 295th Monetary Policy Committee meeting of the Apex Bank in Abuja on Tuesday. Olayemi said the CBN has engaged many of the players on the need to strengthen their operations. He further added that in a bid to block money laundering and illicit flows, the CBN has initiated measures that will tighten the sector up on both new and existing client bases. We'll go on a short break and be back with stock market reports. Welcome back. Nigeria's equities market closed the third weekday of trading on a bullish note, increasing by 0.44%, with the market capitalization at 55.91 trillion naira. The market has recorded 3 wins so far this week. Abe Mortgage Bank led the gainers with a 9.76 per share price appreciation, closing at 2 naira 70 kobo per share, followed closely by National Salt Company, which closed at 40 naira 85 kobo per share. The market breadth also ended on a positive note as 30 21 stocks advanced and 15 stocks declined. Now, at the end of today's trading session on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, a total of 518 million volumes of shares were exchanged in 7,781 deals, corresponding to a market value of over 4 billion naira. Now, compared to the previous NGX trading day, today's data shows about 7% decline in volume, 28% decline in turnover, and 3% decline in deals. Now, on to our foreign equities. The UK FTSE, the US Dow Jones, and Japan's Nikkei took a deeper plunge after Tuesday's bearish trade to close in the reds again on Wednesday, with the UK FTSE at 0.86%, the US Dow Jones at 0.87%, and Japan's Nikkei at 0.77%. Well, at the foreign exchange market, we see a bit of push and pull as the naira struggles to gain its ground against the dollar, trading at 1,382 naira 89 kobo on the official market and at 1,490 naira on the black market, while the Great British Pound traded at 1,764 naira 43 kobo on the official market and at 1,900 naira on the black market. The Euro traded at 1,500 naira 58 kobo on the official market and at 1,600 naira on the black market. That's it on both stock business and stock market report. Back to you, Simisola, for the rest of the news.
Thank you very much, Okwemi, for that update. And on the foreign scene, South Africans have begun voting in the most competitive election since the end of apartheid, with opinion polls suggesting the African National Congress, ANC, will lose its parliamentary majority after 30 years in government. Previously led by the late Nelson Mandela, the ANC swept to power in South Africa's first multiracial election in 1994 and has won a majority in national elections held every 5 years since then, though its share of the vote has gradually declined. Voter dissatisfaction over high rates of unemployment and crime, frequent power blackouts and corruption in party ranks lies behind the ANC's gradual decline. Finally, on sports, undisputed heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury are set to meet in a rematch on December 21. This is according to the chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority. Usyk beat Fury by split decision to become the first undisputed champion of the four-belt era on May 18. Following the fight, Usyk says he would grant Fury an immediate rematch according to the clause in the fight contract. That wraps up our bulletin. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.